Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Again, this is another reaction video. I hope you guys are enjoying this type of content. Let me know down below. Now guys, 95% of you guys are not currently subscribed. And if you're watching this and you're not, and you do like the content, please hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. It'd mean the absolute world to me. Well, without further ado, let's get into this video. Today we're going to be reacting to a military comparison between the American soldier and a British soldier. Now, I don't really know the differences myself, and that's why we're going to watch this, and hopefully we'll learn something new. So, let's go.
Do you think you've got what it takes to be a soldier? Today we are going to look at the life of soldiers. In this episode of the infographic show, American soldier versus British soldier. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so that you can be part of our notification squad. There are many different types of military service, with the most renowned arguably being the Army. If you join the military, you could also end up working in the other main branches, which are the Air Force, the Navy, the Marine Corps, the Coast Guard, or even as a reserve. There are many more things.
There is a lot of different types of army, like military. When I was a child, you just say army and you think it's all of it, but it really isn't. There's so many different types, tank regiments and sniper regiments. Man or woman, so you can specialize in so many different things. It's very interesting. You don't have to be just physically fit, but also I can't say the word, but mentally fit as well and able to do certain things.
We will discuss the American and British armies today. We'll start with how you get into the Army and what it takes to do so. The American Army is the largest and oldest branch of the U.S. military. It was founded in 1775 to fight the British during the American Revolution. It's now one of the largest and certainly most powerful armies in the world, with a total number of personnel of just under 1 million.
Under 1 million? That is insane! That's a lot of people. That is an immense amount of people.
The Brits may have been fighting their battles for many centuries, but the British Army was only formally established in 1660. Prior to this, the English Army was the strongest military force in the region we now
call the British. So they were classified as different things.
Notwithstanding the British Army's successes and how it helped to forge an empire, the present British Army is quite small, with around 112,000 personnel. So how do you...
So we are a tenth of the size, maybe. But yet, I swear we're meant to be more advanced. That could just me being, me being English and me thinking that. I have no idea. Hopefully this will show us the comparison, but that's a massive difference between army size, like just broad mass of people. That's insane.
Become a soldier in one of these armies. In the US, you must be between the ages of 18 and 35, although if your mother
16
or
or 17
consent, you can join at the age of 17. You should probably...
I'm also testing my own knowledge, by the way. I should know the English side of some of these things, but I probably don't. I'm just going to guess.
A high school diploma, although most military websites do say that exceptions can be made, especially if you have passed the general educational development test. They ask you not to have more than 2 dependents, and you must pass a medical exam and physical tests. They also require that you pass the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Test. We looked at example test questions online, and it seems you must know some basic English vocabulary and grammar, as well as have a fairly basic understanding of math, science, and mechanics. Do you know the meaning?
I would hope so. Compared to, they will be learning about tactics, and you need to know how to read. I would just expect that.
Of the word observe, or where the coolant flows in a car. If you do, you are partway there. Once all that is done with, you can start your 10 weeks of basic combat training, commonly referred to as Bootcamp. If you want to join the regular British Army, you can do so at the age of 16 without any kind of qualifications. Remember that Brits can leave school at 15.
Before... Actually, it could be what they're talking about. I think at 15 or 16 you can join this thing called cadets. It's not military, but it's like training to be military pretty much. Because before that you have beavers, I think it is, or scouts. I think that might be before. I don't know. I was in beavers as a kid. I left because I didn't like it. But you can slowly progress from when you're I don't know how young you have to be, 6, 7, 8. And then you do go to the next club, and then you go to cadets, and then you go to the army, if you progress that way anyway. It is really cool actually. You do learn a lot of skills about camping and how to navigate the wilderness and all sorts. It's very interesting, but I just got a bit bored of it, if I'm honest. We had to play loads of games and socialise. It's not me.
If they don't or can't take A-levels. This might be a reason why the BBC reported in 2013 that 39% of new recruits to the British Army have a reading age of 11. On the other hand, to join the Officers Corps, you need some qualifications. The Army states that you can start the application process before you are 16, although if you actually join before the age of 18, you still need your parents' consent. You cannot apply if you are older than 33. The Army recruitment site says even criminal convictions won't stop you getting in. As it states, Army life is a great way to make a fresh start. You'll be given...
I think that's a really good idea. That is definitely a really good idea, especially people who commit crimes that aren't even violent. Like they're not robberies, they're not murders. You know, you might steal some things, or maybe if you're smart, and well, I say smart, you get caught if you get a criminal record, but like fraud or, you know, any of those fancy things. It's a good start, isn't it? Especially if you get put away for 10 years and you're 18, you can still join and make a new life. Even though a large majority of people that come out of the army don't have a place to go, which is a big problem actually. But it's a good way to make a new life, or at least try something, isn't it?
And some medical tests and also have to prove you are fit. One such fitness test is to run 1.5 miles in less than 10 minutes 30 seconds, or
Jesus.
12 minutes 45 seconds for females. You'll also have to do 44 push-ups in less than 2 minutes. Females only have to do 21. Once that is done, you will join a 20 to 40 week boot camp to learn basic skills and see what area you might specialize in. Once you are in, what can you expect? In the US Army, you'll receive healthcare, food allowance, housing, and pay. You might also be paid more depending on where you are deployed. Wage depends on your rank, but if you've just started out, you'll get a basic salary of just less than $2,000 a month, as well as housing benefits.
I don't know how much that
After 2 years
translates
of
to
service,
pounds.
this goes up, and if you are deployed somewhere like Afghanistan,
I'm gonna quickly check that. Okay, that's £1.465. Well, for grand. That's not really livable if you're by yourself, if I'll be honest. That is a terrible
extra
wage.
deployment pay of $250 a month for separation from family, $150 hazard pay, and $225 for being in the line of fire and in imminent danger. British Army newbies during their long training stage will get as much as $24,890.
That's not much more, is it?
Once you are trained, you'll begin a series of steps from lieutenant to second lieutenant and earn between $33,297 and $42,669 for a number of years. A downside for British troops is that they don't seem to be paid extra for hazards and getting shot at. In fact, according to recent articles in the media, given they often work 16 hours a day, their wage ends up being less than the hourly British minimum wage. In the UK and the US Army,
you'd expect to get danger pay. You could die at any moment, and they don't get it. That is bad. That is actually really bad.
If you stay longer than 5 years, your rank and salary will improve greatly if you are doing a good job. Once you have decades under your belt, you might achieve colonel, and in both armies the pay is good. A US colonel with less than 2 years in the position will receive about $91,000 a year including benefits, while the British colonel just after promotion to the position will receive $109,855 a year. Brits receive a total of 6 weeks paid vacation time a year, which includes public holidays, while US soldiers receive 30 days a year providing they worked the full year.
Yeah, but they have
also
10
get public holidays. This amounts to about the same as a British soldier.
America has
Retirement
2
benefits
more,
are a little confusing as it depends on how long you have been a soldier. In the US, if you work 20 years in the Army, you'll receive 50% of the last pay packet you receive. So if you earn $70,000, you'll get around $35,000 per year for the rest of your life. If you decide to stay on each year, the 50% will go up by 2.5%. In the UK, you can wait until 55 to collect your pension, or also opt to leave the service after 35 years and collect 50% of final pensionable pay. Soldiers can also opt to pay into different pension schemes. A very important matter is life on the job, and certainly if you are working in a dangerous area. The latest statistics according to the US Department of Defense Casualty Report says that the war on terror claimed the lives of 2,350 in and around Afghanistan from 2001 to 2015. 20,092 soldiers were injured. 40 US deaths and 183 wounded followed in later campaigns in the same areas. What the government called freeing Iraq amounted to 4,424 US deaths and 31,954 wounded. Later campaigns in Iraq have claimed hundreds more lives. Far fewer British soldiers lost their lives in the Iraq invasion, with the number reported at 179.
How is that so low?
Less than 500 were killed in Afghanistan. In fact, The Economist reports that since 1945, a total of 7,186 British soldiers' lives have been lost around the globe. The US number is over 100,000 since the same date.
So from the same date, America have lost over 100,000 people, but England, well, yeah, that is insane. The British Army have only lost 7,186. That is insane. I know we've got a smaller army, but what does that actually come down to?
Lives have been lost around the globe. The US number is over 100,000 since the same date. Another thing we should mention is the effect being a soldier might have on the mind. Reports state that US soldiers are 7 times more likely to develop post-traumatic stress disorder than UK soldiers, a condition that has been well documented.
But is that 7 times more likely is because we are such a smaller army compared to them? Obviously more of them will have PTSD. Is it because of more of them? there's more of them, so obviously the statistic would be higher. But that's still quite a lot
in
more.
Books and documentaries. Experts suggest that this is cultural, and certain cultures deal with stress and trauma in different ways. Apparently, the British stiff upper lip plays a part here, and it seems American soldiers express their grief, while the Brits bottle it up or even turn to the bottle. Speaking about British...
I know a lot of people that drink. And I know a lot of people that bottle it up as well. It's not good. It's not healthy.
soldiers, after working with them in the Middle East, one American troop is quoted as saying, "Those Brits are a strange old race. They show affection by abusing each other, will think nothing of casually stopping in the middle of a firefight for their brew up, and eat food that I wouldn't give to a dying dog." He also said he'd prefer to fight alongside those troops than any other country's soldiers. The reason, he said, was that when the chips are down and there is no hope left, they just soldier on. This sounds nice and is quoted all over the internet, but we can't confirm the original source or its veracity. So, tell us...
Jesus, that is insane. That is really insane. I know a lot of people that do love a cup of tea. I personally don't like tea. Well, I like tea, but not enough to drink it a lot, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I would agree with that last bit, especially growing up in through secondary school. You do get picked on a lot, but it's not mean. Some of it is mean, but some of it really isn't. Everyone is kind of mean to each other, especially in my friendship group. We are quite horrible to each other, but we don't mean it in a bad way. Especially greeting people, you just call them all sorts of names, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, no, that was actually a really good video, really good comparison, you know. If you enjoy this type of content, guys, let me know down below. I will be doing more of this type of content I think I'll be doing this type for a week, and then I'm going to do different reactions for a week. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to show support, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know exactly when I'm going to upload next. Remember guys, 95% of you guys are not currently subscribed who watch my content, so please, if you do enjoy the content, it would mean absolute world to me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, I hope you're all having a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.